Love is one of the most powerful experiences in life. It can lift us higher than anything else, giving our lives joy, purpose, and meaning. At the same time, love makes us vulnerable. It opens our hearts and can leave us feeling uncertain, exposed, or even afraid. Have you ever met someone and immediately felt a connection you couldn't explain? Perhaps it was a glance across a room, a brief conversation, or even a shared laugh that seemed to linger long after. Or maybe you've wondered why some people touch your heart while others barely leave an impression. Why do certain connections spark instantly while others fade slowly? No matter how much we hope they will last, love is not just chance. It is a combination of attraction, timing, readiness, and emotional connection. In this video, we'll explore the real reasons people fall in love. We'll look at the science of attraction, the psychology of connection, and the subtle forces that draw people together. Stay tuned to the end, and you will understand why certain people capture your heart, how connections grow, and what makes love last. Gain insights that can help you better understand your own experiences and relationships, and see love in a whole new light. Take a moment now and think about the people who have touched your life the most. Why do they matter? Why do those connections feel unforgettable? Keep that in mind as we explore the many layers of love. Attraction is often the first step in falling in love, but it's more than just physical appearance. Our brains notice subtle signals like posture, gestures, facial expressions, and even the tone of voice. These tiny cues influence whether we feel drawn to someone long before we consciously realize it. Have you ever felt drawn to someone almost instantly without understanding why? That is your brain responding to these subtle signals. When someone sparks our interest, our brain releases chemicals such as dopamine, oxytocin, and norepinephrine. Dopamine gives us a rush of pleasure and excitement, making interactions feel thrilling and energizing. Oxytocin encourages bonding and trust, helping us feel safe with that person. Norepinephrine heightens our senses and can make our hearts race, creating that unmistakable butterflies in the stomach feeling. Together, these chemicals explain why early attraction feels so intense and unforgettable. Think about the last time your heart raced around someone. Maybe it was their smile, a shared laugh, or the way they spoke. Perhaps you noticed subtle details, like how their eyes lit up when they were excited, or the warmth of their voice. Science shows that these tiny moments leave a lasting imprint on our brains, shaping the way we feel towards someone even before we consciously recognize it. Attraction is also deeply connected to personality. We tend to be drawn to people whose traits complement our own. An outgoing person may connect naturally with someone calm and reflective. An adventurous person may feel instantly drawn to someone curious about exploring the world. In this way, attraction is shaped not only by appearance, but by the emotional and psychological fit between two people. The environment can amplify attraction as well. Shared experiences, laughter, and meaningful conversation make connections feel stronger. Have you ever bonded with someone after going through a fun, challenging, or unusual situation together? That intensity often creates a lasting spark because your brain associates those moments with heightened emotional connection. However, it's important to remember that attraction alone is only the starting point. It sparks the initial connection, but without emotional safety, trust, and deeper understanding, attraction can fade. Real love requires multiple layers beyond the thrill of first chemistry, which we will explore in the upcoming segments. Take a moment now to think. What initially drew you to someone you've loved? Was it their laugh, their energy, or something harder to define? Understanding what sparks your attraction can help you see your relationships in a new light. Emotional safety is one of the most important foundations for falling in love. People are drawn to those who make them feel understood, accepted, and comfortable. When we feel emotionally safe with someone, we can relax, open our hearts, and truly be ourselves. Emotional safety allows vulnerability, and vulnerability is the cornerstone of deep connection. Think about a time when someone truly saw you, maybe a friend, a family member, or a partner. Perhaps they listened without judgment, validated your feelings, or simply made you feel like it was okay to be yourself. That sense of being accepted without conditions is powerful. When we feel emotionally safe, our brains relax and we can connect at a much deeper level. Without emotional safety, love struggles to grow. People who do not feel safe often guard their feelings. They hide their fears and avoid expressing their true thoughts. Emotional walls prevent closeness and intimacy, even if attraction or chemistry is strong. On the other hand, emotional safety fosters trust, comfort, and understanding. It lays the groundwork for lasting intimacy and allows relationships to flourish. When both partners feel safe, a relationship has a higher chance of evolving into true love. Emotional safety transforms initial attraction into a stable, enduring bond capable of withstanding challenges and uncertainty. Think about couples you know who seem deeply connected and resilient. Many of them thrive because they have built a strong foundation of emotional safety. Sometimes, emotional safety comes from small, consistent actions rather than grand gestures. Simple behaviors like listening fully, validating feelings, respecting boundaries, and showing empathy signal to our brains that we can trust the other person. Over time, these actions create an environment where love can grow naturally and deeply. Pause for a moment. Who in your life makes you feel truly safe? How does it feel when you can share your thoughts and emotions without fear of judgment? Recognizing and valuing emotional safety can help you understand what you need in a partner and why some relationships feel effortless while others struggle. In many ways, emotional safety is what transforms attraction and excitement into long-lasting love. Without it, the most intense chemistry may fade quickly. With it, love can grow steadily, deeply, and meaningfully. Familiarity is a surprisingly powerful factor in why we fall in love. Our brains are wired to recognize patterns that feel safe and predictable. And this often draws us to people who remind us of positive experiences from our past. Think about the people you have felt closest to in your life. There is often a sense of recognition or ease that makes it simpler to open up and connect. Maybe it is the way they move, their gestures, their tone of voice, or their energy. These subtle signals create a sense of comfort and trust, allowing relationships to grow naturally. Familiarity does not mean that a relationship is boring or predictable. Instead, it creates a rhythm, a sense of effortless connection, and a foundation that makes deeper intimacy possible. For example, think of a close friendship or a romantic partner with whom you can be completely yourself, saying nothing for minutes at a time, yet feeling fully understood. That ease comes from familiarity. Shared routines, traditions, or common experiences also build familiarity. Couples who engage in activities together, celebrate small rituals, or even joke in ways only they understand strengthen their bond. These patterns signal to the brain that the other person is safe, consistent, and reliable. Familiarity reduces uncertainty, which is a major source of stress in relationships. When we know and recognize the patterns of another person, our brain interprets it as a signal that the person is trustworthy and safe. This allows us to engage more openly, be vulnerable, and develop deeper connections over time. Take a moment to reflect on the people you feel closest to. Are they familiar in ways that bring you comfort? Do they give you a sense of ease that allows you to truly relax and be yourself? That feeling of comfort is a silent but powerful force in forming lasting love. Familiarity works together with attraction, emotional safety, and shared values. It provides the soft landing that makes new relationships feel less risky and more inviting, creating fertile ground for deeper love to grow. Beyond attraction and emotional safety, shared values and emotional resonance play a crucial role in why people fall in love. Emotional resonance is the sense of being in sync with another person. Conversations flow naturally, silences feel comfortable, and disagreements can be resolved more easily. Shared values, beliefs, and goals create a sense of alignment between two people. Couples who resonate emotionally experience a deeper connection. Psychologists call this limbic resonance, which is the subconscious synchronization of emotions and nervous systems. Think about couples you know who seem effortlessly connected. Their bond is often based on shared values rather than just physical attraction. This alignment allows love to grow steadily over time and creates a sense of partnership that feels easy and natural. Shared values are not limited to religion or politics. They include priorities such as family, work ethic, emotional honesty, and life goals. When couples are aligned in these areas, they navigate challenges more smoothly and support each other in ways that deepen trust and intimacy. Emotional resonance also includes the ability to feel and respond to each other's emotions. Couples who understand each other without words, who sense each other's moods and respond with empathy, develop a stronger bond. This silent understanding strengthens love beyond what physical attraction alone can provide. Take a moment to think about your closest relationships. Are they built on shared values and a sense of understanding that goes deeper than surface level? Those connections often last because they satisfy both emotional and practical needs. Shared values and emotional resonance create a solid foundation for love. They allow relationships to thrive through both good times and challenges and help love develop in ways that are stable, deep, and meaningful. True love requires trust and vulnerability. Falling in love means opening your heart and sharing your fears, insecurities, and personal experiences. When these feelings are met with acceptance, trust develops and the connection deepens. Trust allows love to grow from initial attraction to genuine intimacy. Being authentic and accepted by another person creates a deep bond that cannot be achieved by attraction alone. Vulnerability strengthens emotional connection and allows love to evolve naturally over time. Think about a moment in your life when you shared something personal with someone and felt accepted. Perhaps you revealed a fear, a dream, or a past experience, and they listened without judgment. That moment can be transformative. Trust and vulnerability are essential for relationships to deepen and for love to last. It is not always easy to be vulnerable. Opening up involves risk, and there is always a chance of being hurt. However, taking that risk is necessary for meaningful love. Couples who trust each other can face challenges together because they know their bond is strong enough to withstand difficulties. Vulnerability also encourages empathy and understanding. When one partner shares their true self, it allows the other to respond with compassion and care. This reciprocal process strengthens emotional connection and creates a safe environment where love can grow. Take a moment to reflect on the relationships in your life. Who makes you feel safe enough to be vulnerable? How does it feel when someone listens to you without judgment and accepts you for who you are? Recognizing these qualities can help you understand the depth of your connections and what makes love truly meaningful. Trust and vulnerability transform initial attraction into lasting love. Without them, relationships may remain superficial. With them, love becomes resilient, deep, and capable of enduring the tests of time. People often fall in love with those who reflect parts of themselves. This is called the mirror effect. We are naturally drawn to qualities we admire or traits that we wish to understand better in ourselves. Some relationships feel immediate or intense because our subconscious recognizes patterns in the other person that mirror our own. This can include personality traits, habits, or even ways of thinking and feeling. Love can teach us as much about ourselves as it connects us to another person. The mirror effect is both comforting and challenging. It is comforting because seeing parts of ourselves in someone else can make us feel understood and validated. At the same time, it can be challenging because it can highlight aspects of ourselves that we may want to change or grow. For example, you may be drawn to someone adventurous because you admired their courage and wish to bring more excitement into your own life. Or you may feel connected to someone who is calm and patient because it helps balance your own intensity. In this way, love acts as a mirror, reflecting both strengths and areas for growth. Think about your own relationships. Are there people who seem to show you qualities that you value or want to develop? The mirror effect helps explain why those connections can feel so powerful and why they often teach us important lessons about ourselves. Understanding the mirror effect can help us approach love with awareness. We may recognize that the person we are drawn to not only connects with us, but also helps us understand ourselves on a deeper level. This awareness can make relationships more meaningful and intentional. The mirror effect shows us that love is not only about connection with another person, but also about connection with ourselves. It is a tool for growth, reflection, and deeper understanding. We can only fully give and receive love when we are open, self-aware, and available. Meeting someone at the right moment in life allows love to develop naturally. If one person is emotionally unavailable or focused on other priorities, even a strong connection can struggle to grow. Timing also influences how relationships evolve and how deeply people connect. For example, two people may meet when they are both ready for commitment and shared growth. In this situation, love can blossom quickly and deeply. On the other hand, if one person is not ready, the connection may feel incomplete or short-lived, regardless of the initial attraction. It is common to meet people too early or too late in life. Sometimes the right person arrives before we are ready to fully appreciate the connection. Other times we meet someone after we have grown and are prepared to build a meaningful relationship. Understanding timing can help prevent frustration and encourage patience. Take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Were there relationships that did not work out because the timing was off? Were there connections that flourished when both people were ready and aligned? Timing often explains why some relationships feel effortless and others feel challenging. Emotional readiness and timing are powerful forces in love. They shape how relationships grow and how deeply people connect. Recognizing the importance of timing can help us approach love with clarity and patience, creating space for meaningful and lasting connections. Falling in love is only the beginning. Real love grows and deepens over time. The initial excitement and passion may fade, but it is replaced by a deeper emotional connection and understanding. This growth is what transforms attraction into lasting love. Couples who nurture their relationships through communication, shared experiences, and consistent support create strong and lasting bonds. Small daily habits, kind gestures, and moments of appreciation all contribute to the growth of love. Even simple actions, like checking in on each other, listening carefully, or offering encouragement, can strengthen the connection over time. Shared experiences play a big role in helping love grow. Facing challenges together, celebrating successes, and making memories create a sense of partnership and teamwork. Love becomes more than a feeling. It becomes a conscious choice to stay connected and invested in each other. Think about relationships in your own life that have lasted. What makes them strong? Often, it is not only the initial spark, but also the continuous effort to understand, support, and grow with one another. Real love requires patience, empathy, and willingness to adapt and evolve together. Love is also about personal growth. As each person develops individually, the relationship grows alongside them. Couples who embrace growth together build a foundation that is resilient and enduring. They learn from mistakes, celebrate progress, and deepen their emotional bond over time. Take a moment to reflect on your own relationships or past experiences. How has love grown over time in those connections? What actions or moments have strengthened the bond and created lasting memories? Recognizing these patterns can help you appreciate the true depth and potential of love. Real love is a journey. It begins with attraction but continues with growth, understanding, and shared effort. When nurtured, it becomes a stable, deep and meaningful connection that can endure the challenges of life and bring lasting joy. Love is both simple and complex. It begins with attraction and desire, but grows through trust, vulnerability, alignment, and personal growth. Each relationship teaches us something about ourselves and others. Falling in love is not just a matter of chance. It is influenced by biology, psychology, experiences, and timing. How have your past relationships shaped your understanding of connection? What lessons have you learned about attraction, trust, and emotional resonance? Every relationship, whether short or long, provides insights into how love works and what it means to you personally. Love connects, challenges, and transforms us. It can bring joy, excitement, and fulfillment, but it also requires effort, patience, and self-awareness. The people we fall in love with often reflect who we are, what we value, and the areas where we are growing. In this way, love is a mirror that shows us both our strengths and areas for development. As you remember the relationships in your life, notice the patterns that have brought you the deepest satisfaction. Perhaps it is the sense of safety, shared values, or emotional resonance that has made certain connections last. Perhaps it is the timing and readiness of both partners that allowed love to flourish. Understanding these elements can help you approach future relationships with clarity and intention. Love is one of the most powerful forces in life. It connects us, challenges us, and transforms us into the people we are meant to become. By appreciating the layers of attraction, emotional safety, familiarity, shared values, trust, vulnerability, and timing, we can better understand why we fall in love and how we can cultivate meaningful, lasting connections. Imagine the relationships you want in your life. Reflect on the qualities that are most important, the values that matter, and the ways you can grow alongside someone you love. Love is not just something that happens to us. It is something we build, nurture, and choose every day. Relationships don't need perfection. They need patience, presence, playfulness, and care. Every choice you make, every small act of love, builds the connection between you and your partner. Love is not found. It is built one choice, one laugh, one thoughtful gesture at a time. Which secret will you focus on today? Which small action can you do right now to strengthen your connection?